The culture of Gujarat is both ancient and modern. Gujarati engagement ceremony. In many Gujarati communities, the engagement ceremony is known as Guldana, which literally means jaggery and coriander seeds, and refers to the practice of distributing a small amount of jaggery mixed with coriander seeds. Gujarati Hindu wedding ceremony. Marriage is a highly auspicious occasion in Indian culture. According to the Vedas, the Hindu scriptures, marriage is a sacred lifelong commitment between a man and a woman. It is considered to be the strongest of all social bonds and is the initiation into a lifetime of togetherness. The Vedic wedding ceremony consists of prayers, invocations, and vows recited in Sanskrit, the most ancient surviving language. The Vedic wedding ceremony dates back to over 5,000 years and is performed under a decorated canopy, the mandap. The four pillars that surround the mandap represent the parents of the bride and groom. This signifies the important part they have played in raising the children to become the responsible adults they are today. The ceremony is performed before a sacred fire, or Agnia, which is the eternal witness of the marriage and all vows taken. Parts of the ceremony. Every Hindu ceremony begins with the worship of Lord Ganesh, deity of peace and wisdom. This is done so people can find strength within themselves to remove any obstacles that may arise. Vargoda. The original form of Bharat is a procession from the groom's house to the bride's house for the wedding ceremony. The wedding day begins with the Mangal Vadya, the playing of Shanai and Dhol. Swagatam. The groom and his family are greeted at the doors of the mandir by the bride's parents and family. The mother of the bride then greets and welcomes the groom and his family into her own family. She blesses the groom by placing a tilak on his forehead. The groom is then led to the mandap where the wedding ceremony will take place. Ganesh Puja Madhurpaka. While the groom is sitting under the mandap, the Madhurpaka is performed where his feet are washed by the bride's parents. He is then offered Panchamrit, a drink composed of milk, yogurt, ghee, honey, and sugar. Kanyadan. The bride accepts her change of status from an unmarried woman to a wife by spreading turmeric powder on her hands. Kanyadan is performed by the father of the bride in presence of a large gathering that is invited to witness the wedding. Vivaraha. The bride and the groom face each other and the priest ties the garments in a knot symbolizing the sacred union. The bride and the groom garland each other and exchange the rings. Next, a nuptial fire, symbolizing the divine witness, and the sanctifier of the sacrament, is installed and worshipped. Both the bride and the groom grasp the hands together and pray to God for his blessings. Samagri, consisting of crushed sandalwood, herbs, sugar, rice, ghee, and twigs, is offered into the sacred fire to seek God's blessings for the couple. Mangal Sutra. The groom holds the bride by the hand and both walk 3 times around the sacred fire. Both offer oblations and recite appropriate Vedic hymns to gods for prosperity, good fortune, and conjugal fidelity. They touch each other's heart and pray for union of the hearts and minds. Sap Tapani. This is the most important rite of the entire ceremony. Here the bride and the groom take 7 steps together around the sacred fire and make the following 7 promises to each other. As per the Vedic rituals, the groom sings, "With God as our guide, let us take the first step to nourish each other, the second step to grow together in strength, the third step to preserve our wealth, the fourth step to share our joys and sorrows, the fifth step to care for our children, the sixth step to be together forever, the seventh step to remain lifelong friends, the perfect halves to make a perfect whole." The Satapadi ceremony concludes with a prayer that the union is indissoluble. At the end of the ceremony, the groom and the bride become husband and wife. Mangal Sutra. The Mangal Sutra Dharana is the tying of the thread containing the marks of the Vishnu Shiva on the neck of the bride by the groom. Suhaga Sindordana, the groom places sindoor on the bride's hair, symbolizing her as a married woman. Ashirvad, the groom's parents bless the couple and offer clothes of flower to the bride, symbolizing her joining the groom's family. All those assembled at the ceremony shower flowers on the couple and bless them, completing the marriage. Music and dance. The traditional folk dance forms include Garba, Dandiya Ras Tipani, Pada, Sidi and Dangi. Dandiya Ras is a romantic, very energetic, colorful and playful dance originating in the state of Gujarat. Its roots lay from the days of Lord Krishna, who played Ras on the shores of Yamuna River on a moon at night with his beloved gopis. Men and women dressed in colorful clothes dance in two concentric circles, one moving clockwise, one moving counterclockwise. Men and women carry two bamboo sticks called dandas in the hands. In addition to footwork, one of the most enjoyable part of this dance is the creative use of dandayas. The song sung on the occasion is essentially an amorous one. Ras is a very playful dance, providing opportunity for acting and exchanging messages through eye contact. It is no wonder that many romances bloom during Navaratri, and hence the popularity of the dance among the younger generation. Garba Garba is a very graceful form of dance, mainly performed by females in a circular formation. It is in reverences of goddess Ambaji. The basics of the dance are singing and clapping rhythmically while going around the goddess. Today, many modifications are prevalent to the basic pattern, and even men are free to join in. Women are dressed in exquisitely embroidered, set-in mirrors, kolas, gagras and bandhani dupattas. Extensive jewelry in the form of necklaces, bracelets and anklets are also worn. The typical dress code of men is kafidiyu, chadadar and a turban. Garbi. Originally men used to perform this dance. It was on the way back from a battle that the victorious army would start dancing to couplets and amorous songs sung by the Karan's war, or the narrators, who used to go to the front to raise the spirit during the battle by singing songs of valor. The dance was characteristic for its forceful movements, which would fascinate viewers. Today, however, even females participate in the dance. Pada. It is performed by a rural community living around Nal Lake. In it, performers simulate the rhythmic movements of roving mariners and the undulating sea waves. The Bil tribes, who live close to border tracts, and the Adivasis of Dangs district, have particularly lively folk dances. Theatre. The traditional forms of theatre include Bhava and Akyarana. Gujarati cinema. Before the arrival of talkies, there were several silent films which were closely related with Gujarati people and culture before advent of talkies. Many film directors, producers and actors who are associated with silent films were Gujarati and Parsi. There were 20 leading film company and studios owned by Gujaratis between 1913 and 1931. They were mostly located in Bombay. There were at least 44 leading Gujarati directors during this period. The Gujarati cinema dates back to the 9th of April 1932, when the first Gujarati film Nashine Mehta was released. Leelu Didati was the first colour film of Gujarati cinema. After flourishing through the 1960s to 1980s, the industry saw a decline. The industry is revived in recent times. The film industry has produced more than 1,000 films since its inception. In 2005, the government of Gujarat announced 100% entertainment tax exemption for Gujarati films. Gujarati cinema is chiefly based on scripts from mythology to history and social to political. Since its origin, Gujarati cinema has experimented with stories and issues from the Indian society. The films are generally targeted at rural audience, but after recent revival also caters audience with urban subjects. Gujarat languages. Gujarat is inhabited by people belonging to varied castes, religions and communities. Due to that, a number of varied languages are spoken in the state. The official language of the state is Gujarati. It is an Indo-Aryan language derived from Sanskrit. Gujarati is the 26th most widely spoken language in the world. In addition, it has 11 dialects spoken in different parts of the state. Gujarat shares its borders with the states of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Therefore, there is a small population which speaks the respective languages of the different states also, namely Marwari, Hindi, and Marathi. Apart from this, Urdu and Sindhi are also spoken in Gujarat. Kutch is one of the important areas in the state. It has an independent identity and is growing popular among tourists. The mother tongue of the people of Kutch is Kutchi. It is an important language of the region. Another part of Gujarat is Saurashtra, which is also referred as West Gujarat or Kathiawad. The mother tongue of this people is Kathiawadi Gujarati, which is spoken in 7 different districts in Saurashtra. Rajkot is the financial capital of Saurashtra. Saurashtra is also known for giving many saints and great men like Mahatma Gandhi. Young population migrated to different cities like Ahmedabad, Surat and Vadodara due to employment problems. Religions. In Gujarat, there have been several great religious figures. Sant Dadu Dayal, a saint poet and a major Bhakti figure from Ahmedabad, treated equally both Rama as names of God and became popular in northern India. He wrote, "The illusion of Rama hath been dispelled by my mind, since I see thee in all." Gujarat is also the home of Gandhi, who preached the unity between all religions and became a worldwide figure for peaceful struggle against tyranny. Hinduism. Gujarat is a part of the ancient Indus Valley civilization. Many Hindu religious traditions developed in Gujarat. Gujarat is the birthplace of Lord Shiva's avatar Laklisa. He established the Pasupata Shaivite tradition in 2 AD or 3 AD. According to some traditions, he was born in Kairhana or Kaivatara in Saurashtra, while other traditions hold that it was Karavana, in the modern-day town of Dabhoi Taluka near Baroda, another that it was Alkapuri and another that it was in Braik Bharuch. From Gujarat it spread north to Kashmir, south to Tamil Nadu, east to Nepal. Bhakti movement. The Bhakti movement was very popular in Gujarat, where devotees of both Islam and Hinduism focused worship of God, trying to rid any separations based on faith in God. Swami Chakradhara was another major figure of the Bhakti movement, born in Gujarat in 1194 AD, and he is believed to be the avatar of Vishnu. Chakradhara Maharaj established the Manhabhava Vishnavite sect, which spread to Maharashtra as well. The sect still exists today in Gujarat and Maharashtra. Sant Kilhar was another Vishnavite saint of Gujarat, born to a Subedar father. He was the disciple of Krishnasdas and became his successor at the seat of Galta. Kilhar's branch became known as the Tarpasav branch. Besides Ram Bhakti, he was also inclined towards Yog Sagarana, and this is why he was made Acharya of the Galta Gadi. He is said to be the founder of the Karti sect. Jalarama, a devotee of Lord Rama, is another popular figure. Jalarama's birthday is still celebrated by Gujarati as Jalaram Jayanti. Swami Sahajanand, better known as Swaminarayan, settled in Gujarat from Uttar Pradesh. Today the Swaminarayan movement is very large in Gujarat. Zoroastrianism. Zoroastrianism first arrived in Gujarat at around 9th century AD. Parsis migrated from Greater Iran to Gujarat and Sindh between the 8th and 10th century CE to avoid the persecution of Zoroastrians following the Muslim conquest of Persia. Since then, the Zoroastrians have flourished in the present-day Gujarat and Mumbai. The holy cities of Parsis are also located in Gujarat, like Udvar, the primary site. Arrival in Gujarat. According to the Kisai Sanjan, the only existing account of the early years of Zoroastrian refugees in India, composed at least 6 centuries after the tentative date of arrival. The first group of immigrants originated from Greater Khorasan. This historical region of Central Asia is in part in northeastern Iran, where it constitutes modern Khorasan province, part of western, northern Afghanistan, and in part in 3 Central Asian republics, namely Tajikistan, Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. According to the Kisa, the immigrants were granted permission to stay by the local ruler, Jadi Rana, on the condition that they adopt the local language, that the women adopt local dress, and that they henceforth cease to bear arms. The refugees accepted the conditions and founded the settlement of Sanjan, which is said to have been named after the city of their origin. This first group was followed by a second group from Greater Khorasan within 5 years of the first, and this time having religious implements with them. In addition to these Khorasanis are Kohistanis, mountain folk, as the 2 initial groups are said to have been initially called. At least one other group is said to have come overland from Sari, Iran. This religion, founded by Zarathustran Spitma, resembles Hinduism in many ways. For example, in this religion, the cow is very sacred. In the 9th chapter of the Vendidad of the Avesta, the purificatory power of cow urine is dilated upon. It is declared to be a panacea for all bodily and moral evils. It is drunk as well as applied externally, as is done by Hindus also. Urine of the bull, called Nirang, is brought to the house of an Orthodox Parsi every morning and is applied to the face, hands and feet. They Zoroastrians, a.k.a. Parsi and Irani, due to their ancient heritage, entered Gujarat from the Persian Empire. They have many businesses in India and are economically very powerful. Gujarati Muslims. The term Gujarati Muslim is usually used to signify an Indian Muslim from the state of Gujarat who speaks the Gujarati language as a mother tongue and follows certain customs different from the rest of Indian Muslims. Gujarat was one of the first places the Muslims came to India. King Arjun of Gujarat permitted a Muslim trader from Ormuz to build a mosque in Gujarat and even paid for the expenses of a certain Shiite festival. The Sufi Saints are very popular in Gujarat. Sheikh Maghu was a Sufi saint of the Kshatri lineage. Since Gujarat is situated on the western border of India, there was a direct interaction with people of Arabia and Persia. Many Gujarati saints and Sufis became famous. Among them names of Sheikh Ganjul Lim, Saeed Burhanuddin and Sheikh Wajihuddin Alvi are well known. Gujarati Muslims are very prominent in industry and sports, and there is a very large Gujarati Muslim community in Mumbai. Several Gujarati Muslim communities are Memon, Dawadi Bora, Kolya, Sunni Vora, Surti Muslims, Pathan. There are many famous Gujarati Muslims: Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Abdullah Yusuf Ali, Azim Premji, Badruddin Taibji, Ismail Merchant, Tiger Memon, Irfan Pathan, Yusuf Pathan, Zahir Khan, Munaf Patel, Sajid Nadiadwala, Farooq Sheikh, Parveen Babi, Ismail Daba,